Welcome to eGolf Real World Episode 1, where we take a look at real world scenarios involving the eGolf. Today, we have a range of 21, we've driven 118 miles, and we're in the red zone. So what happens when you start approaching that red zone? Well, at about 26 miles left on your range, you'll go into eco mode, and that's where you'll have a loss of power, and the air conditioning system won't go to full throttle. And pretty much everything else is left alone. At about 23 left on the range, you get a warning light telling you that the need to charge the high voltage battery. Just as I got to my destination, I had a final range of 20 left. Fortunately, I was at a place where I could charge, and so it wasn't an issue. Just be aware that the further you go into this limited range, the more the systems will start shutting down. You'll go into an Eco Plus mode, and then you'll lose more power, no air conditioning, no ventilation, and eventually the car will just start limping along if you drive it further into the red. At the charger, I come over to the port side, pop open the door, and you see that this SE model does not have the DC charger. So our charging period will take a little longer, and I always hate when the cord is tangled. So once I untangle the cord, I plug in, and we'll see that the little diagnostic lamp goes from amber to green once it's communicated with the charger and the chargers come on. So this will slowly pulse until the vehicle is fully charged. And how long is that? Well, in this case, it's going to take an estimated 5 hours and 5 minutes. Again, this is not the DC charger. This is an AC charger that comes with the SE model. 5 hours later, I come out to the vehicle and there's no green light, so it's finished charging. I come over to the charge port, release the handle. The little lamp is not on, so we know we're good. Close the door, try not to scratch your paint. And then what I'd like to do is once I'm attached the handle back into the charger, I take the cable and just wrap it around the unit. One, it gets it off the ground, helps to keep it nice and clean, and helps to protect it from just abrasion and people stepping on it. Because, you know, this is free, so it's the least I can do is somewhat take care of it while I'm using it. Stepping into the vehicle, we take a look, and the range now tells us that we're at what? 182. What I'm going to do now is I have to free up the charging station and park the vehicle somewhere else on the lot. So let's take a quick drive. We're going to go about, a block and a half to park the vehicle. See if there's any change. One of the unfortunate things with the SE model is it doesn't have LED headlights. So you're working with HID and halogen, which is not as efficient as the LED. So once we're parked, we look, and we're still at 182. 7 hours later, come back to the car. And temperatures drop down. It's a bit cooler now. And we'll see that it's what? It's 55 degrees, and our range has dropped down to 159. I have a 9-mile drive to home from work. So let's see what kind of a range we get. Upon pulling into the driveway, the trip odometer tells us we've traveled 9 miles. The range tells us that we're at 140, but we started out at 159, a difference of 19, even though we've driven only 9 miles. So what are the real world lessons here? 1. Avoid the red zone on the charge level display. As a matter of fact, prior to getting towards that red zone, charge up your vehicle if at all possible. If you're not able to, know that once you get into that red zone, your car is going to go into an eco mode, then eventually an eco plus mode as it tries to conserve energy. And so you're going to lose power, and your car is actually going to perform slower. As long as you're aware of that and you're able to get to a charge station, you'll be fine. 2, The way you drive your vehicle will allow you to extend your driving range. This includes driving smoothly, letting your car coast as much as possible, not racing to the next red light, and making use of the different drive modes that are available to you. You can put the car in the eco mode, and yes, you won't get the fun experience of high torque, but you will get a better range out of the battery. Another way to extend the range of your battery is to engage the brake energy recuperation system. Simply tap your gear shift to the left, and that will put you into stage 1 recuperation, which is the light mode. Tap it again into stage 2, which is a medium setting. Tap one more time, that will put you into 3, which is a heavier mode. To go down to a lower level, just tap the gear shift to the right and release. To cancel, just pull the gear shift to the right, hold it for a few seconds. The maximum amount of brake energy recuperation can be achieved by pulling back on the gear shift into the B mode. To cancel out of that mode, simply pull back again. Finally, number 3, and the most important one, ignore the range display. Pay more attention to the charge level display, because that's the final arbitrator of whether you're going to have enough electricity to get where you're going. The range is just a guess, and it varies widely depending on how your driving conditions change. If you found this video useful, helpful, please give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, subscribe, and as always, thank you very much for watching.